Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shirley, also known as Backttalk, and I usually do anything Disney, but as you can tell, we are on our way to Edinburgh, Scotland. This is day one, our travel day, and let's hear all about it. Our first leg is through the Phoenix Airport. We were on Terminal 4. The Phoenix Airport is very easy to follow. It's kind of like a U, and most flights go out of Terminal 4. There's also Terminal 3. It just depends on what airline you're taking, but if it's international, it's probably going to be Terminal 4. Very clean, very friendly, a lot of places to eat, a lot of places to sit and charge, and one of my favorite airports, maybe because it's my home airport, but I love it. We flew American Airlines on the way to Dallas, and it was my first experience in American Airlines for a really long time, and it was just fine. You do get assigned seats, or you could pay extra for a certain seat if you want like a window or you want to sit next to someone, and of course if you want more space. But I felt like it was fine for what it was. The Dallas flight is not that long, and they had this little tray thing that you could put your phone on, kind of like the person on the left. They also had the USB to charge it, and of course a little tray table that's bigger than Frontier's, because Frontier does not really have a tray table. And legroom, as you could see, it was fine. I am 5'5", and I was just fine. I do like that they give you a full can of soda, because in Southwest you do not get a full can, so that was nice. Our second leg of the race was also through American Airlines, but now we are at the Dallas airport. This was the first time I was on there. It is very easy to maneuver. It is very large, so you will have to take like a tram, a shuttle, the Skylink, I guess is what it's called, to get to the actual terminal you need. But everything is very well labeled and seems very clean, so no concerns there. It was a very nice airport. And then when you get to the international wing or the international gates, it is so nice. I don't know if it's recently been redone or what, but it was just such a nice like terminal. I do have the Chase Sapphire, and part of that comes with free club access at different airports. So we did check out the club, and we got some snacks for free, some drinks for free, and then we decided to go downstairs and get some real food and ask some questions, because we didn't have our last ticket, because our last flight is through British Airways, so we had to get that ticket printed out by somebody. So really nice airport. Give yourself time at this airport. And now we're on the international flight. Luckily for us, it was very empty, and we were able to move to a row of 4. So there was like seats between us, and we got to stretch our legs, and it was all very nice. The only thing I would say is ask permission before you move, so you don't get reprimanded like I did. So ask before you do. But anyways, there were some amenities, of course, to an international trip. Even if the seats are the same size, you have a monitor where there's tons of movies. You have this little remote that I really don't know what it was for, because there was no games on there, so it was just deceiving, because I thought there was going to be games on there, because United Airlines has games. The little pocket thing had plenty of space for me to put all of my like flight necessities. Bring some headphones that are old school, but they also hand them out. They also hand out blankets and pillows. It was very similar to my United Airlines flight, so in that regard I feel like they're very similar, although I feel like United Airlines, they were a little friendlier. One of my favorite things about flying international is the food. So I will be showing you the food. And the other thing I like is that they always have different things on the screen. So for example, I'm looking at the map, so I know what I'm expecting when we land in London, and I'm also doing audiobooks, and there's also all sorts of things. So that was kind of entertaining, and I'm glad they have all of that available. But this is what the food looks like. There was always 2 options. There's always like a vegetarian option and a normal option. I'm not sure about vegan options. I would be interested to know that. Let me know in the comments if you've tried the vegan options. The food was good. The salad, it was not vibing this flight. It did not want to go to London. I did like the crackers. The pasta was fine. I should have gotten the chicken option, because there was no protein in the pasta, so I was hungry like almost immediately. I did not try this bar, but I have it here. It looked good, but I just didn't want it at the moment. And then the saddest bread ever. Just not worth it either. And they did have some olive oil, I think, for the pasta, for the bread. I don't know what it was for. And then some Swiss cheese, which I did not get into because I only use dairy when it comes to ice cream or pizza or quesadillas. They also give you a breakfast, so depending on what time you fly, we were flying really late at night, so we got dinner and breakfast. So this is what they gave us for breakfast. It was like a little snack pack, I would call it. It came with a fig bar, which I did not try. I did bring it home and I think I gave it to my dad because I don't know that I still have it. It came also with these like coconut cashews, which I have downstairs and I'm curious to see how they taste. And then it came with like the main breakfast option, which was yogurt, which again, I'm not gonna try dairy on a flight, so thanks but no thanks. After a lot of hours, we finally landed at Heathrow, and I was super excited because I watched the Heathrow border security show, so I was so excited to be here. But we had such a small window between this flight and our last flight, so we were going from London to Scotland or Edinburgh, so we had a very, very small window, and this airport is not a good one to have a small window. So a high tip is make sure your window to transfer is huge when it comes to this airport. Now, it was really easy to figure out where to go. Everything was in purple. If you have connecting flights, you get on a bus. The bus takes about 10 minutes. Customs, you just like swipe your passport, you take a picture. Nothing crazy, so please do not panic. When you panic is when you get to your actual gate, because you have to keep looking at the monitor to see which gate you get, and you can only see it right before the flight comes. So it was just very busy time for us, as you can see. We're in Heathrow and it's busy.
We look like we ran to the airport because we did.
We're sweating. It's glistening. But the rush paid off because we made it to our British Airways flight. It was totally fine. The seats are a little bit small, but you still get a snack and water, and they're very nice. And there was a storm happening in Scotland, so we actually got off at the apron instead of the tarmac, which is so amazing for me. I've always wanted to do this, so I was so excited. And then we went and got our bags from the Edinburgh airport. So before you leave the airport, you have to grab your stuff, and if you don't grab it and you leave, that's it. Well, I don't know. They probably help, but you know, grab your stuff. But yeah, we're on our way out, and I think we're gonna do a cab on the way to the hotel. And that's exactly what we did. Just follow the taxi signs. They're everywhere. There's a person helping you to order a cab. The cab gets there really fast. They're really clean. There's enough room for your luggage. Super friendly. And then we arrived at the hotel. When we got to the hotel, I did a hotel tour. Look out for a completely different video on that. And we changed, just revamped a little bit, freshened up before we went and explored the city a little bit for the night, even though we were exhausted, sweating, smelly. Well, I don't know about smelly, but... From the hotel, we did walk up to Birdie's, and we had this beautiful walk by the castle. It was seriously unreal and a little hazy, and I don't know if it's because we were just on 3 flights or what, but it was just unreal. It was a weird feeling, but Birdie's was amazing. We would highly recommend it. As someone who never eats seafood in their regular day-to-day life, like I seriously almost never eat seafood, this was really good. The breading was really good. The fish was good. The chips were okay, but I'm used to, you know, fries. But still really good, and they have a ton of things on their menu, so highly recommend this place. If you're gonna check it out because it's so good. And they also had different amenities that you don't really see throughout many restaurants, so I did appreciate that. We walked back home. We really realized, you know, how beautiful it is. It was raining, there was hills and stairs, and we're like, okay, we're here. So just be aware of that when you're packing or planning. There's a lot of hills, a lot of stairs, and it rains, so just be aware of that. There's a lot of taxis, so if you need one, there is some. On the way home, we did see Mary's Milk Bar, which we're so happy because we saw this all over. We really liked it. It was £2 for £7, so it was actually very cheap and really good. And at this point, I let my past self finish the video for you. Hi everyone, I finally have a chance to sit down and talk to you about our travel day. So exhausted. It is like 8 p.m. here time. We did not sleep on the plane at all, so we're both so exhausted. But yeah, we had a good time. Overall, flying American Airlines was an experience. Everything was fine. We got here on time. Every flight was on time, so that was nice. There is a storm happening right now on this side, so our flight on the way into Edinburgh was very shaky, and our taxi driver was saying that a lot of the airplanes were canceled, so we got lucky, I guess. The taxi was very easy. So you get off the plane for Edinburgh, you go downstairs, you get your luggage, you go outside, you follow the sign that says taxi, follow the sign that says taxi. There will be people out there, they will help you like check into a taxi, and then you get in and that's it. It was about 40 with tip, so just, you know, we paid them in like pounds, so it was just like 40 pounds. But yeah, and then we got to the hotel, we quickly left. It was really cold, so we ended up just going to Bertie's fish shop, as you saw. Hadn't ate fish in a lot of years, so we'll see if my stomach takes it well, but it was really good, and I didn't eat a lot. I just tasted a little bit and let my stomach like figure it out for today. The drink was really good. It was just really sweet, so it was almost like a dessert. And then on the way home we saw the milk bar, which is ice cream, which is relatively cheap. It was £7 for both of ours, and it was a big size. I couldn't even finish it. And now we're back and we're just trying to like get our ducks in a row and figure it out. Overall tips for flying is ask questions, because there's a lot of non-communication where you just have to like figure it out on your own. So ask questions. If you have something like ours where it says American and British Airlines, you will have to get 2 boarding passes, one for American, one for British. So as soon as you have a chance on a leg, ask for the other one that you're missing. Heathrow, it's just like what people say, it's very busy. So just be aware, just know that you're gonna be a little stressed, but it'll be fun. And the gate numbers don't show up until like it's actually boarding time, which is different than what we're used to. And bags were here when we got here, so no issues there. When it came to, what is that called? Checking in the border. Wow, I'm really having a hard time right now. You know, when you show your passport, customs. All we had to do is scan our passports, scan our boarding pass. That was it. That was literally all we did to get in. So very nice, very smooth. But yeah, I'm gonna leave day 1 here. I did do a room tour. Look out for the video on a separate video on it, and then hopefully tomorrow I'm a little bit better about vlogging. I know this one was probably, and I don't know, this is for future me, but probably a voiceover / music / me talking / vlog, but it was a very busy day. But yeah, thanks for joining us on Edinburgh. I can't believe we're here. I need to sleep so I can like fully be here. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and until next time, adios.